Hello and welcome. What happened on the morning of the 13th of May has become a major bone of contention in Indian politics. Joining us to give us her version of what happened that morning at the residence of the Delhi Chief Minister is the former head of the Delhi Commission for Women, Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament, Swati Mariwal. Swati ji, welcome.
Hi.
Swati ji, I want to start by asking you about your version of what happened on the 13th of May, because what you're alleging is that there was an altercation with the personal secretary of the Delhi CM and you claim that he beat you up, but everyone who's watching would first like to know what happened which allegedly led to that kind of altercation.
So on 13th of May at around 9 a.m. in the morning, I went and visited Mr. Arvind Kejriwal at his residence. I entered the house and the staff made me sit in the drawing room, and I was peacefully sitting in the drawing room. I was told that Arvindji is at home and he's just coming to meet me, and this was done twice by two different staff. And while I was waiting there peacefully, Bibhav Kumar, who was the PS of Arvind Kejriwal ji, he entered the room and he was screaming and shouting and started abusing me. नीच औरत, तेरी औकात क्या है, तुझे तो हम सबक सिखाएंगे. All those words were said and he came and stood right in front of me while I was sitting at the sofa. There was absolutely no provocation on my side, and all I ended up saying was like, what, how, and immediately he started slapping me. So he slapped me around 7 to 8 times with full force, and in order to prevent him from doing so, while I was sitting and he was standing in front of me, I tried to push him with my legs, and that just made him grab my leg, and he pulled me down, and my head also banged against the center table, and I was on the floor. And while all of this was happening, I was screaming and shouting for help. No one came, and this man then started kicking me with his legs. And I was having my periods, and I was going on telling him that leave me because I'm in extreme pain, but he did not leave me.
No, but the thing is, when people watch this, they also know that you and Vibhav Kumar have known each other since at least 2006, when he was, even before the Aam Aadmi Party, there was the India Against Corruption. He was at that time with an NGO called Kabir, which was run by Manish Sisodia. So you guys have known each other for 2 decades. Now most people, when they're watching this, will wonder, if two people have known each other for 2 decades, how is it that he suddenly comes and starts beating? I mean, surely something would have happened on either side, which would have potentially then led to this kind of an escalation. ऐसे थोड़ी कोई किसी को मारना start करे.
So I have filed a complaint with the Delhi police, and the reason as to why this was done is right now under investigation. So it will not be proper on my part to speak about that. But when you say that I know Bibhav since 2006, of course I know him since 2006. We were working in different streams. I was working with Arvind Kejriwal ji, he was working with Manish Sisodia ji. We've never really worked together, and he was always in a more of a clerical role back then. But by now, the Bibhav Kumar of now is a very changed person. He is a very, very powerful man in the party, and he is somebody who is the biggest confidant of the Chief Minister. And he's also, for instance, the house that has been allotted to him, it is even bigger than the house of ministers. So you can understand the kind of clout that he's enjoying. He's also had an assault case before filed against him, and people are scared in the party of him. So what in 2006, once in a while when we used to casually meet, what Bibhav was then and what Bibhav is now are two different things altogether.
No, but let's look at some of the things that are being said in this case. The first is that you reached without taking an appointment. That ऐसे कोई थोड़ी बगैर appointment के chief minister के घर पहुंच जाता है and then insists that I want to meet the chief minister. Why did you not, as an AAP MP, seek an appointment and go meet the chief minister the proper way?
But this is the proper way. I've known him for 18 years. Every time that we went to his house, this is the way that I have entered. And if what Bibhav is now trying to claim after I filed a complaint against him, he says that I was trespassing. If I was trespassing, then stop me at the gate. How is it that I entered the drawing room of the chief minister? Obviously, I was called inside and that's how I went. And suppose somebody came and told me that no, he is not going to meet you today, I would have got up and left. I am a member of parliament. The fact is that every time that I have visited him, this is the way that I have visited. Yes, of course, if you go and meet him in the secretariat, then there is certain protocol, because there are a lot of meetings that are happening and there are senior officers that are coming in and going out, and then you have to take a particular appointment. But right now I went and visited him at his house.
You never took an appointment before this by going to his house?
Ever. That is the way we've all always gone. He's come to our house, we've gone to his house. And it was, and if it was a problem, stop me at the gate. Why do you have to beat me up? Suppose somebody lands up at your house without an appointment. Will you make sure that that person is beaten up?
No, but I'm still trying to get to that, because let's assume that you go in, you're telling everyone who's watching that the moment he saw you, he flared up, right? Now, frankly, most people who are watching would find that tough to believe, that if people have known each other and you had this easy relationship with him, you'd come to the Chief Minister's house, he'd come to your house, then you don't just start beating each other up. And Vibhav is the right-hand man of the Delhi Chief Minister. So I'm just trying to understand for a moment what built up in the moment which led to this kind of an altercation. You must, for people to understand what really happened, try and explain that.
So exactly what happened with me, I have written down. In fact, when I was beaten up and while I was lying on the floor, I somehow managed to, sort of get myself free. I then again sat back on the sofa, and while I was on the sofa, I took out my phone and I started giving a call. Bibha was standing there, and when he realized that I'm calling the 112 number, because I said that I'm going to call the 112 number, and I took out the phone and I started making that call, he even threatened me at that moment. He said that कर ले, तेरे को जो करना है, तू हमारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाएगी, तेरे को तो गड़वा के डाल देंगे, तेरे हड्डी पसली तोड़ देंगे. All of that was said. And the moment I gave that call, he rushed out, brought in these security people, and then there was almost a 10-minute conversation between me and the security people, where I was screaming at the top of my lungs that, look, I was beaten up black and blue, it's been really bad. Please, for heaven's sake, let the Delhi police come here, and I want the Delhi police to take over. I'm trying to talk to some DCPs, let them come here, because I don't want that the crime scene should be tampered. But they just didn't listen to me. So it went on for some time. As far as why it was done, because it's a matter of investigation, I think at this moment I will not like to comment on it. But I can tell you that I'm speaking the 100% truth. If I was not speaking the truth, how is it that my MLC, my medical legal examination, revealed injuries? If I was not speaking the truth, am I some kind of a suicide bomber? Because I've lost everything in the process. Forget about them. I've got finished, because the moment this call was made and after that when I was filing the complaint, between the two periods, there was this so much pressure that was put on me that you will be called a BJP agent, you will be isolated, we will make sure that nobody believes you, we will try and paint you as somebody who files false cases, there will be personal attacks. Despite all of that, I still took on a very big system, because what happened with me is completely unacceptable. I had that feeling that if I let go in this moment, this man who is so blatant and brazen, I don't know if he can do that with me. I don't know what he'll do with others.
Now, the Aam Aadmi Party has put out this video shot by somebody who's seeing this altercation, where you're using all kinds of expletives, naukri kha jaungi, ganja sala, etc. That doesn't paint you in very good light. It almost makes it seem as if you were also using abusive words.
So like I said, the moment that he stopped beating me, I sat on the sofa, I gave a 112 number call. When Bibhav realized that what I have spoken on the call, he rushed out and he went to the security persons, got them there and started recording this video. The video has been recorded by him in his phone. And at that moment, he told the security persons, throw her out. And at that moment, in order to make sure that my truth gets preserved, because I'm 100% sure that the moment I will leave, all the CCTV footage, all the other things will be tampered with. That is why I was screaming and shouting. And if that 10 minutes video is put out, everything will become clear. Why is it that out of those 10 minutes, when I finally lose my cool, आपको कोई इतनी बुरी तरीके से पीटे, उसके बाद जो सिक्योरिटी आती है वो भी आपकी ना सुने, तो आप आरती तो नहीं उतारोगे ना उस मोमेंट में. At that moment when I really lost my cool, Only those 50 seconds of that 1.5 hours visit is taken out and leaked to the press, and that too immediately after I have finished with my 164 statement. And through police sources, one has got to know, I mean, I'm getting to know through the media as only, that phone through which this video was shot has been formatted. If suppose you have such an incriminating video against me where I've been screaming all kinds of abuses, and I'm looking like this, really angry person and somebody who's just there to attack you, why don't you save that video? Why don't you save the source of the video? That video is a 10-minute long video where I'm screaming and crying and telling that what happened with me in that room.
Why didn't you just pick up the phone and speak to Arvind Kejriwal? You've known him for more than 2 decades. You could have spoken to him.
He's just come out of the jail. He doesn't have his phone with him. And I was there in the drawing room. He was there. I was told by the staff that he's coming. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. And nobody came to help me. What did you expect? At that moment, I should again try and call up somebody in the house. Can't they hear?
You think he was close enough to be able to hear what was happening?
So that is a matter of investigation. I don't know. But in that moment, obviously, I'll feel. Suppose tomorrow, some woman is beaten up by some man in your drawing room. I mean, what will the woman feel? In that moment, obviously, I will feel.
No, but they're also saying that when Kejriwal was in jail, the Rajya Sabha MPs really let them down. Whether it's a Harbhajan Singh who didn't campaign, you were in the US at that time, you weren't seen as being proactive. They say that they'd given up on you because you weren't cooperating and participating in party activities. When the Chief Minister and the leader of the party was in jail, they would have expected a Rajya Sabha MP to join the protest chorus.
If that is the reason why I was beaten up, I really want to understand that why is it that I have been given this kind of treatment, and why is it that the other Rajya Sabha MP who was in London has been given a red carpet treatment? So what rubbish. I was in US because there was a Harvard conference. I went to attend that. After that, there were certain ARP volunteers. I went around because there were some meet and greet events that were organized for me. I went and did that. And at the time when Arvindji was arrested, right then, my sister, who's been living in the US for 15 years, she fell ill. She developed COVID. Her husband developed COVID. So all my stuff was with her. I had to come back. We had to get quarantined. And after that, it developed into a long COVID. And even during that time, I was in touch. So to say that just because... But
you weren't tweeting, protesting, putting out videos,
of course I was tweeting. Please
coming
check.
back.
Please check. If my sister is so unwell and she's all alone there, and for 15 years all I have done is work and I have not been there for her, in that moment, of course I will be there for her. And even while I was there, I was tweeting, I was asking them that I can be doing some media interviews from here. But whatever I could do, I did. To say that just because my sister fell ill at that moment and to paint a picture here that, she was not working for us, I think that is very unfortunate.
वो बोलते बहाने बना रही थी, because by then they claim that you were already in touch with the BJP, that you're kind of doing this at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
No, I think it's very unfortunate, and I think this is exactly what they threatened me, that the moment I will file a complaint against the biggest confidant of Arvind Kejriwal ji, this is what is going to happen to me. And I need to ask you certain questions. Number one, why is it that Sanjay Singh ji, immediately when he came and saw my condition, went and met Arvindji, went and met Vibhav, why is it that he did a press conference where he admitted that yes, I was beaten up brutally, and that Arvind Kejriwal ji has said that he will take cognizance and he'll take action? Number one.
He says he knew only half the story. He only knew your version, he didn't know Vibhav's version.
Really? Do you think so? Does a party operate like that? Such a big issue, and Sanjay Singh ji just heard my side of the story and went out and said that Arvindji is saying that he will take cognizance. You think that a particular leader of the party can actually do that to the main leader of the party, put words in his mouth? I really don't think so. The other thing is that this BJP agent. Now tell me one thing. The girl who was a Lady Singham, even certain hours before filing the police complaint for the party and its leaders, suddenly she becomes a BJP agent because she dared to ask that why is it that this was done to me, because she dared to file a complaint against these very powerful people, and that is why she's become a BJP agent. They say that there is a court case that is pending against me, and there's a charge sheet that is supposed to be filed, and that is why I got scared. But let me tell you, the court case, it's a completely false case. It was filed in 2016, and in 2017 the charge sheet was filed, and after that 2 terms of the Delhi Commission for Women, I was given the chairperson, I was made the chairperson for 2 more terms. So it's a completely false case. And on top of it, 1.5 years earlier, there was a court case that I had filed, and the High Court had granted a stay in the matter, saying that there is no pecuniary benefits involved absolutely, and the stay continues. So why is it? And if you remember, last year I had gone to Manipur. I had gone to Manipur all alone with a colleague, Vandana Singh, member DCW. Both of us went alone. There was no security that was provided to us. There was no bulletproof jackets. We went to the war zone where there were bullets being fired here and there. There were AK-47 that people were roaming around with. The chief minister had not been able to reach there. We went there alone. So a woman who's not scared of dying, they say that I'll get scared of a particular case. I think it is very unfortunate, and it's so shocking that the kind of victim shaming and assassination of my character that has been perpetrated just because I filed a particular complaint. How can that be allowed? You see, we had ministers coming every day, Delhi government ministers coming every day to the TV, and they are saying that she's a BJP agent. They are saying, look, she doesn't look like a victim. Look, she is...
But they put out those videos where they say, देखो इसमें तो ठीक चल रही है, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं रही, इसमें वो they allege ड्रामा कर रही है, ऐसे ऐसे करके चल रही है जैसे चोट लगी. How do you respond to that? We'll have those videos on the screen, then you can explain what happened, because this thing जब actual event हुआ, then तो she's walking fine, and much later after the event, their allegation is that now Swati ji is walking as if she's got hurt, but why didn't it happen when it originally happened?
Rahul, have you ever got hurt? I mean, do you realize that the kind of injuries that I am talking about, which are mainly muscular injuries, they take some time to set in? Do you think that when you are being beaten up, if suppose somebody puts a bullet through someone, that person will still get up and will run, because that person wants to escape and also wants justice. So in such a scenario, to keep saying, and these videos, by the way, they are all doctored. What is the source? Are they actually the original one? Has the timestamp? Because you can't see the timestamp. Has it been sped? One doesn't understand. So what I'm trying to say is that at a moment when you have been beaten up, the first feeling that you have is that you are agitated and you want some justice. I knew that the police officers are outside. I'm walking because if I had to do some drama, I would do the drama from day one. No, why am I doing drama from after 4 days? The moment it sinks in, those muscular injuries, that is the time when actually you realize how much pain you are in. अगर मैं गलत हूँ तो जो फांसी की सज़ा होती है ना, वो भी आप मुझे दे देना, और मैं तैयार हूँ अपना लाइव नार्को टेस्ट कराने के लिए, क्योंकि मैं बिल्कुल झूठ नहीं बोल रही. मैंने जो बात बोली है उस कंप्लेंट में, उस FIR में, बिल्कुल वर्ड टू वर्ड सही है, उसमें कुछ भी झूठ नहीं.
You are okay with a live narco test which can be broadcast on TV live for you to be tested? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
क्योंकि अगर आप झूठ बोल रहे हो तो पकड़ा जाएगा एक
सेकंड. I am true to that extent. क्योंकि मैं अगर झूठ बोल रही होती तो मैं कभी ये नहीं कर पाती. मैं सिर्फ इसलिए ये कर पा रही हूँ, ये कंप्लेंट फाइल कर पा रही हूँ, क्योंकि मैं पूरी तरीके से सच्ची हूँ और मेरे साथ मेरा सच है. और क्योंकि मेरे साथ मेरा सच है, मुझे पता है आज मेरे साथ कोई भी नहीं है. मैं बिल्कुल अकेली लड़ाई लड़ रही हूँ, पर मैं ये लड़ाई अंत तक लड़ूंगी, बिकॉज आई नो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज एब्सोल्युटली द ट्रूथ. So this is exactly what happens in our country whenever a woman raises her voice against any kind of an assault, whether it is sexual or otherwise. In Delhi Commission for Women, we have handled 170,000 cases in 9 years. I have met with thousands of survivors, domestic violence survivors, assault survivors, sexual assault survivors. And I'll tell you one thing that is common in all of them. That one thing is that the moment she raises her voice, the entire society points her fingers at it. All these doctored videos, what is the source of these videos? Why is it that I, a member of parliament, would go to the chief minister's house and try and file a false case? What do I get in the return? Today, I'm completely isolated. There is nobody with me. I'm completely isolated. The party has hounded me, its leaders have hounded me, they have tried to taint me, they have tried to paint me as a villain. And you see, the chief minister, in whose drawing room I was beaten up, has actually completely sided with the accused.
Why do you think he's doing that?
That is something that I think he needs to answer, because you see, he was roaming around with the accused. He actually protested for the accused. He was there on the streets protesting for him. This much he even didn't do for Manish Sisodia ji. So, and the kind of victim shaming and the kind of character assassination that each and every leader in the party has been asked to do, I think it is shocking. All my personal friends who also belong to the party, they have been threatened that if they talk to me, their roles in the parties will be taken away. My personal friends have been completely, right now they've been pressurized. Give any kind of a video of her. Give a video of her where she's dancing. Give a video of her where she's laughing. Is that what educated people in a party which is supposed to bring about a change, is that okay? I don't think it is okay, and I know I'm absolutely isolated. I know today I'm feeling absolutely shattered. I have lost everything, and but still I'll continue the fight.
No, so the charge is that you're planning to join the BJP, that you're behind the scenes, you're a puppet whose strings are being pulled by the BJP. Are you planning to join the BJP, Swati Malina?
Of course not. I am an Aam Aadmi
देख के
party.
सोच लो क्या बोल रहे हो, बिकॉज 10-15-20 दिन बाद फिर यही वीडियो निकलेगा.
हाँ, वो निकल जाएगा सर. मुझे पता है कि सब लोग क्या इस वक्त दिखाना चाहते हैं और क्या मुझे पेंट करना चाहते हैं. मैं आपको बिल्कुल खुल के बोल रही हूँ. मैं एक आम आदमी पार्टी की राज्यसभा की MP हूँ. आई एम द यंगेस्ट वुमन पार्लियामेंटेरियन इन दिस कंट्री. मैं अभी बनी हूँ, ठीक है. अगले 6 साल मेरे पास हैं. अगर ये प्यार से मुझे बोलते ना कि तुम रिजाइन कर दो, तो मैं अपनी जान दे देती. मैं इस तरीके का काम करती.
Did they ask you to resign?
No, they didn't.
वो थ्योरी है कि they wanted to make Abhishek Singhvi a Rajya Sabha MP because he helped Kejriwal get bail, and they asked you to resign and you refused.
So let the Delhi police investigate the
No,
matter.
is it true or not? I'm asking a straight
No, so
question. Did somebody ask you to resign?
I'm telling you, they never asked
Nobody
me to
asked you to
resign. मैं
resign.
वही तो कह रही हूँ कि अगर प्यार से मुझसे मांगते तो मैं जान दे देती. लेकिन इस तरीके से मार पीट कर, कैरेक्टर असैसिनेट करके, फिर विक्टिम शेमिंग करके अगर कोई मुझसे कुछ कहेगा, मैं बिल्कुल रिजाइन नहीं करूँगी. मुझे कोई पद की लालसा नहीं है. मैं आपको एक बात बता दूँ, 2006 से मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. 2006 में मैंने अपनी इंजीनियरिंग की नौकरी ख़त्म करके मैंने पार्टी, तब पार्टी नहीं थी, मैंने ये मूवमेंट ज्वाइन किया था जब सिर्फ 5 लोग थे. उन 5 लोगों में से एक हूँ मैं, ठीक है. तब से मैं काम करती आ रही हूँ. 7 साल मैं वॉलंटरली झुग्गियों में रही हूँ. मैंने वॉलंटियर किया है 10 साल. उसके बाद जब अन्ना आंदोलन हुआ तो उसमें कोर कमेटी बनी थी. उस कोर कमेटी की यंगेस्ट कोर कमेटी मेंबर हूँ. 23 लोग थे, उसमें बहुत बड़े बड़े नाम थे. अन्ना हजारे जी, अरविंद जी, प्रशांत भूषण जी, किरण बेदी जी. उसकी यंगेस्ट कोर कमेटी थी. तो अपने काम के बलबूते पे मैं कोर कमेटी की मेंबर बनी, क्योंकि मैं पूरा बैक एंड आंदोलन का संभालती थी. उसके बाद अपने काम के बलबूते पे मैं दिल्ली महिला आयोग की अध्यक्ष बनी और 9 साल तक जिस तरीके का मैंने काम करा है, बिल्कुल निष्पक्ष तरीके से हर पार्टी के खिलाफ जब जब मुझे गलत लगा मैंने एक्शन लिया, तो जाके मैं मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट बनी. तो मैं इस तरीके का, मैं बिल्कुल ज़मीन से उठकर मेहनत करके आज मैं यहाँ तक बनी हूँ. मुझे कोई पद की लालसा नहीं है. मैं पद के बिना भी
resign your Rajya Sabha post.
मैं बिल्कुल भी रिजाइन नहीं
But
करूँगी.
how can you be a Rajya Sabha MP of the AAP if the AAP doesn't want you? Isn't that an untenable
If they
situation?
don't want me, they can throw me out. But I am going to be here because ये पार्टी किसी 4 लोगों की जागीर नहीं है. ये पार्टी मेरे भी खून और पसीने से बनी है. अगर इस पार्टी की डायरेक्शन अगर कुछ खराब होगी तो मैं इस पार्टी में रहकर ही इसको ठीक करूंगी. मैं क्यों कोई और पार्टी ज्वाइन करूंगी? मैं अभी राज्यसभा की MP बनी हूं और मैं इस देश में एक आइडियल पार्लियामेंटेरियन कैसी होती है मैं वो बन के दिखाऊंगी. मैं इस देश में ऐसा काम करने की कोशिश करूंगी जिससे कि महिलाएं ज्यादा से ज्यादा बाहर आए और पॉलिटिक्स ज्वाइन करें. आज महिलाएं देश में सिर्फ 14% हैं पार्लियामेंट के अंदर. जो स्टेट की लेजिस्लेचर्स हैं उनमें तो उससे भी कम महिलाएं हैं. तो अगर हम इस तरीके से करते रहे कि जो महिलाएं आती हैं, जो आगे बढ़ती हैं, जो 18-20 साल से आपके साथ काम कर रही हैं, उनको अगर पीटा जाएगा और उसके बाद उनको ही विक्टिम शेम किया जाएगा, तो मुझे बताइए कि क्या मैसेज
So you won't join the BJP? You're saying this categorically to everyone watching you at this time.
Are you really interested in me joining the BJP?
No, I'm
because
not.
that's the
मैं
third
सिर्फ पूछ रहा
question,
हूँ. मैं
third
पूछ
time.
रहा हूँ आपसे.
मैं आपसे तीसरी बार बोल रही
कि
हूँ,
नहीं join
मैं
करेंगे.
नहीं
So
ज्वाइन
what
कर रही
then is the future for you?
इट्स ओके, आई एम नॉट लुकिंग एट माई फ्यूचर राइट नाउ. आई टोल्ड यू, मैंने जब ये कंप्लेंट फाइल करी, मैंने ये नहीं सोचा कि मेरा फ्यूचर क्या होगा. अगर मैं एक बार भी अपने फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच लेती तो मैं ये कंप्लेंट फाइल नहीं कर पाती. मैंने ये कंप्लेंट 2 कारणों से फाइल करी. एक तो ये कि दिल्ली महिला आयोग में जो हज़ारों महिलाएं आती थीं, जिनको मैं रोज़ रोज़ ये समझाती थी कि चाहे कुछ हो जाए, सच के साथ खड़े रहो और अगर गलत हुआ है तो उसके खिलाफ आवाज़ उठाओ. तो मैं कैसे उन महिलाओं को फेस करूँगी अगर मेरे साथ गलत हुआ और मैंने कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं करी. दूसरी बात, मैं ये चाहती थी कि जो ये विभव कुमार है, जिसकी इतनी हिम्मत हो गई कि वो एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, एक फॉर्मर दिल्ली कमीशन फॉर वुमेन की चेयरपर्सन को इतनी बुरी तरीके से मार सकता है, तो आई डिडंट वांट कि ऐसा किसी और महिला के साथ हो. जहां तक फ्यूचर का सवाल है, सर मैंने बता दिया, मैं यंगेस्ट वुमेन पार्लियामेंटेरियन ऑफ द कंट्री हूं और मैं अपने काम से अपना नाम और अपने काम से अपनी पूरी की पूरी जो मैंने खोया है मैं वापस कमाऊंगी. और मेरे को कोई पार्टी ज्वाइन नहीं करनी, मैं किसी पार्टी को ज्वाइन नहीं करूंगी. आई एम एन आम आदमी पार्टी राज्यसभा MP. दिस पार्टी हैज बीन बिल्ट विद माई ब्लड एंड स्वेट ऑल्सो. इट कैन नॉट बी टेकन अवे फ्रॉम मी लाइक दैट.
इज देयर अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रिप्रोचना? कोई सुलह हो सकती है आपकी, आप और केजरीवाल से?
सर इतनी बुरी तरीके से अगर कोई आपको मारे और उसके बाद चीर हरण तो हो गया, फिर चरित्र हरण करे और उसके बाद सत्ता के सामने मैं झुक जाऊं, मैं इतनी सस्ती नहीं.
So no question of any, like if he calls up, speaks to you, say okay let's put this behind us.
मैं काम करूंगी, पार्टी के लिए काम करूंगी.
आपके अंदर ही वो दिन भर आपको अगर ट्रोल भी करेंगे तब भी आप में ही रहेंगे.
मैं आम आदमी पार्टी में रहकर पूरी कोशिश करूंगी कि इस पार्टी को सुधारा जा सके, क्योंकि ये पार्टी बहुत करोड़ों लोगों के सपनों से बनी है. अगर करोड़ों लोगों के सपनों को ऐसे रोंदा जाएगा कि अपनी ही MP को, वुमन MP को पीट भी दिया जाएगा और उसके बाद पूरा का पूरा महकमा उस अक्यूज्ड के साथ खड़ा होगा और महिला के साथ नहीं खड़ा होगा, तो मैं बिल्कुल इस पार्टी को सुधारने की पूरी कोशिश.
Okay, we'll leave it there. I think you've had your say. We'll leave it to everyone who's watching to decide what they think of what they've just heard from Swati Maliwal, former chief of the Delhi Commission of Women. She says there is no way she's leaving the Aam Aadmi Party and joining the BJP, and you can watch this video, she claims, even later and hold her to everything that she said. Thank you for taking out time and joining us.